It's the part two of my previous video because nowadays it's difficult to upload long videos. They don't get views. So actually, I was talking about when you go to social media, you watch on YouTube, people just write the words meanings and they get good viewership. For example, this thing is called this in Urdu. This thing is called this in Urdu. Just think about, has it been a good approach? Has this approach helped you speak a sentence? Just by learning one word, you're learning vocabulary. Just think, who has learned English? Even the person who is teaching with this method, he doesn't know anything about English. If I know that this is called chair, if I can use it, so then what am I going to do with that? So you are wrong. Your approach is wrong. If you want to learn English, don't learn vocabulary. How will vocabulary be improved? I'm not talking about that vocabulary is a different section. No. Actually, if you speak English, you will need words. When you need words, so you will ask your teacher. Nowadays, you can Google it, you can chat GPT, you can ask from someone. That word will automatically be learned by you. But if you speak English, now you have a lot of vocabulary, millions of words, but you can make a sentence. You can't make someone understand. When you speak English, so you turn pale, you start sweating, you start perspiring, you're out of breath. Don't collect so much information. As I said in my previous video, please put everything into practice. Bring things into practice. Learn one word, two words, one sentence. No problem, but speak it out. We people, there are so many people in Pakistan. I'm not against the old people, but they ask you how to change this into passive voice. Bring me a glass of water. Now, an Englishman, you just think he will say, let a glass of water be brought. Why doesn't he simply say, bring a glass of water? So we believe in complex structures. We just think that by asking these questions, we will get influenced, we will be appreciated that I know difficult structures. Now, these are old approaches, trapping someone, confusing someone. And these things I have never in my life heard an Englishman saying, let cricket be played. No, never. So don't go for these complex structures. Don't ask someone, what is it called in English? What is this called in English? Don't ask these sorts of stupid questions because someone asked me a question yesterday. He asked about some local bat. I just said, you have Google, you have ChatGPT, why don't you ask that? You want to tease me, you want to bother me. So these approaches have destroyed our English because people were studying grammar just 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And now when they face English people, when they sit in an interview, they just come out. They just rush out of there. They just run out. Why? Because their approach has been wrong. Now you are also following the same thing by asking grammatical questions, by asking vocabulary. What will you do? For example, if you learn that the katlanga is called that, the kat bazu is called that, what will you do with that? I told you, what will you? You are not going to use it. So when you are not going to use it, so you ask this question just to bother people, and that's has been our approach. This has been the wrong approach that has ruined your English. Again, my message is, don't learn vocabulary. Don't divide English into sections. Don't think that I am learning daily life sentences. Don't think that you are learning grammar. Take English as an overall concept, and again, put things into practice.